Hey, what's going on, guys? Gonna wait till the stream loads up a little bit, and we'll get in with some of the stuff. Hope all of you are doing safe out there, out in this whole issue. Uh, I can't say it because YouTube will demonetize my video. So shout outs to YouTube, but I figure give you guys a little update. I know that I had given you guys one last month, I believe, in March. But there was some stuff that had changed. What's up, Megan? Hope you're doing well. A lot of stuff has changed over literally the past couple weeks. So I figured I'd give you guys kind of like a little update video on what's going on, what's happening, and what you can expect for this month. So, the first bit of news, more personal news, more than anything else. I moved recently. So now I have my own space. I had my own space the last time too, but I moved into a bigger place now, and so I feel like everything that I've had over the weekend I had settled. So thank you to Papa Z for helping me out. Really appreciate it. I know he watches my videos sometimes, but I don't know if he'll watch this one. But anyway, I wanted to give him a shout because I know he drove up because I don't live with my parents anymore, and he was able to come help me out, which was very awesome of him. So thank you, Dad, for helping me out. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so that's the really big news as of currently. Obviously I'm getting settled in, getting back into the all humdrum of doing audio addiction again, which is always good. It didn't seem like I went anywhere, but honestly, I was incapacitated from Wednesday till Sunday, which is really cool to kind of take a break because usually I don't really get to take some time off. So it was nice to take some healthy time off, and as well as that. For content to still come out, and if you missed out on checking out 2 interviews that I posted, as well as an album review. So I did an album review of August Burns Red's Guardians. If you haven't checked that record out, first off, primo stuff, go give it a listen. I love August Burns Red. I'll always have a lot of love for them, but very stoked for that record. So if you haven't checked that one out, highly recommend it. Totally really good stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed the record. I don't want to spoil it, but really fantastic stuff. So go give that one a listen. And as well as that, I posted 2 interviews. Shout outs to Sean Nolan and the Heartmakers. I posted that one on Wednesday, which is the day I actually moved, so there's no way I was going to be able to share that. And then, which I did share yesterday, so go check that out. As well as that, check out my interview with Despite Exile. I posted them on Friday. They are a band from Italy. If you're a fan of like deathcore, metalcore, they're definitely a band to check out. I didn't know that Jay was in Abogenius, which was one of my favorite bands. So that was very sick, and I was again super surprised about that. So that was a cool surprise to find out after the fact. But if I knew anything about that, I would have definitely talked to him about that. Maybe next time, Jay. Maybe next time. But and then as well as that, I just posted an interview with Currents, which is a awesome band on Sharp Tone. If you haven't checked them out, go give them a watch too. They are fantastic. I posted a live set too a little while ago too. So check that out if you're also interested in that. Yes, I feel like you got to strike the balance between like taking so much of a break and then as well as having too much of a break. Like I feel like if I'm away from it too long, it kind of hurts me, but also at the same point, I know sometimes, especially now with the way things have been, it's good to take time off to yourself. It's good to recharge. So I feel like for all of my music homies that are out there, make sure to take time for yourself. I know that a lot of you have a lot of time to yourself, but really kind of do some self-reflection, stuff like that. I think it's very important. I'm exercising at home. I wish I could be at the gym exercising, but I understand the gravity of the situation. So been doing the exercising at home, which is very cool, and just kind of getting everything set up in my new place, which has been fantastic. But the next bit of news is just kind of what's going on for April, the rest of this month, just like I said, because things have been kind of tumultuous. So I wanted to kind of give you, some insight on what's going to be happening. So I've actually been getting a lot of contacts in terms of like people wanting to see me do like either reaction videos or like single reviews or something like that. And I know that I've done a few in the past, but for me, I always love listening to like the whole project, but I also don't want to feel like I'm being disingenuous to the people that send me stuff, because I always appreciate it. And this isn't like a call out to anybody. I appreciate you for reaching out, via email or like messenger, DM, like however you reached out to me. I really do appreciate it. It's one of the cool things about doing this and just being on the internet. It's been fantastic. But my whole thing was with that is that it's just been hard to kind of do that sort of thing. So my whole thing, going further, if I get more of them, I will be doing like live reviews, like live, quick, kind of like multiple different singles that have come out. I'll try to do those, like my reaction to them. I feel like it's a cool thing to do live because I'm able to see what you guys are commenting over here on my second monitor. And it just kind of gives me an idea of what you guys think about it. And, maybe I'd be able to curate like a playlist or something. So if you guys are interested in seeing something like that, let me know. I've just been trying to figure out a way to kind of incorporate that in there, but not seem like it's just like, oh my God, it's another video. He's trying to do the cash grab thing. But I wanted to make it seem like it was something I cared about. Obviously people are taking the time to email me about it or message me about it. So I want to give them the time of day to do it. So if you'd be interested in something like that, let me know. Curating playlists. Full review. I don't know if I'll be able to do those. Those are mostly, related to just EPs or LPs. I just feel like it's a little bit more of a, I guess, collective thought, if that makes sense. I know a lot of bands do the single thing. One that I can adequately name is Spirit Box. They do a great job of kind of spacing out their songs and then releasing them as like an EP or whatever. But if bands are sending me singles and stuff, I want to try to get around to doing them, but sometimes it's just I don't have the time to do it. So I will definitely try to kind of either do a playlist or I will probably wind up doing a live video and a playlist. I think that would be really cool. So if any homies know how to set up a Spotify thing, I might have to do that, make like a public playlist for audio diction, stuff like that. As well as that, another really cool project that I'm excited about, and I made a sick logo for it, or at least I think it's a sick logo for it. It is going to be called Backstage Press, which I have been keeping secret for a little bit. I've been garnering a lot of interviews and stuff like that in pertaining to more musical education stuff. I've been seeing a lot of people, taking the time out to send me stuff, whether it be from shoutouts to Big Picture Media, Adam Splitter, Secret Service Publicity Group, like labels, things of that nature. I get a ton of great content and stuff that, like, again, I would have never had the opportunity to do if I didn't talk to these people. So I've had everybody from photographers to producers to anybody that's in the music industry. I have tried to do my best. Music YouTube channels as well. I've been just trying to kind of garner a bunch of different backgrounds of a bunch of different people. And I'm very excited about this one. This one is a different endeavor for me. As a lot of you know, I interview bands. So to interview people who do press and stuff like that, it's been a real pleasure to do that. And people who do photography, people who do producing, all that sort of stuff, managing. It's been a really cool eye opener for me, and it's been a really cool way for me to learn how to do this and like kind of see where their thought process comes from, like, all this really good valuable information. And I just didn't want to keep it all to myself. So I'm going to be posting these twice a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5, very similar to the interviews. I'll probably be starting next week. I will do the first inaugural episode with just myself. I'll tell you about, what I do, my background, things of that nature. I did do an interview with a while back, and I did talk about like my whole growing up, stuff like that, but I kind of want to get into it a little bit more. So I'll be making a epilogue, prologue, whatever you want to call it, video about my experience doing YouTube, some of the stuff I do behind the scenes, and things of that nature. Has been something that, like I said, I've been really passionate about for 4 years of my life. And so I think I'm able to kind of speak on what I do. But I also wanted to kind of get viewpoints from other people as well. So it was very awesome. I just want to give a shout outs to all those people that did stuff. Shout outs to my friend Nicole. She does some really fantastic photography here in New Jersey. So you should check her out. She also does, her and I, we had a fantastic interview. Shout out to my friend Corbin. He does the lighting for We Came as Romans. So that was very cool to have him on and talk about that. And I had Becky. Shout outs to Becky from Big Picture Media. Love her to death. It was really good talking to her, and I'm going to be getting the rest of Big Picture Media on in the foreseeable future. So if you have questions for them, let me know. I will try to see if I can go back to watch this one to go get questions for the next one. But we had a great interview, a great talk. And if you have any questions, all of these people, I'll have the links for you to reach out to them. I also will be posting another interview with Muddy Paw PR, which is Angela and Erica, very good friends of the channel. I love them dearly as well. They were the first interview excluding myself, so I'm very stoked on that. A lot of these people I have not met, like, prior to this has been the first meeting. A lot of it's just like email stuff, so it's really cool to see them in the flesh, obviously, as well as that. It was really cool to kind of get their perspective on different things. And then the last one that I'm very, very stoked on, there's actually a few more. Jim from True Statement Management. He's also a local New Jerseyan. He's manages The View From Here in Visenya. Both two really great New Jersey bands, and they have a few others. Shout out to my boy Ollie. He is one of the people who does management for Scarin Management, and he also manages For the Fallen Dreams, like the collective group manages For the Fallen Dreams, Of Virtue, things of that nature. Really great management company as well. Ollie and I feel like had a really good conversation. And there's probably a few more that I'm forgetting because I'm getting really old. But the last one that's the most important that I'm very stoked on, and I was actually very surprised he said yes to doing the interview. But I got an interview with Finn McKenty of Punk Rock MBA. If you're not familiar with his channel, go check it out. First of all, that's the most important thing after this live video is done. He does some incredible YouTube content. I was stupid nervous because I feel like a lot of the stuff that I do and a lot of if I'm watching any sort of music related YouTube channel, I watch his stuff because I know I'll get a lot of information. His podcast is great, which we talk about. We had a really nice little conversation, and I just wanted to give shout outs to Finn for coming on and really chatting with me. It was such a really good opportunity. Then again, and he'll be able to talk to you about kind of YouTube and how he started out. So really have some big names coming up on that one. I have some more that are going to be recorded and going to be coming out very soon as well. And those are really great. And I'm very stoked on that. I have a ton of interviews coming out. Again, you'll probably be getting a video every day next week, hopefully. And so I'm very, very excited about it. This one, like I said, Backstage Press, I was just something that I feel like has been important to me starting out. And I know that I had mentioned it earlier, but it really is true. These people really helped me jumpstart my YouTube career when I really didn't know anybody and I really didn't know any better. So it was cool to get their insight. I'm excited for you all to watch it. It's going to be very cool. And I'm not just trying to talk it up. I really had an awesome time talking to these people, and it was cool to see their mindset and like where they're trying to pull from and stuff like that. So if you are interested in that, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on it. The first episode, as I mentioned, will be me, and I'll be talking about YouTube and stuff. Maybe I'll get somebody to come talk to me or ask me questions. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But I might want to have somebody ask me questions just because I feel like if I just talk to myself, it would seem very strange. So if you feel like interviewing me, let me know, and I'll record myself. You interviewing me, recording myself. I know it sounded very stupid, but nonetheless, it's something very exciting. So that's pretty much it. Those are the things that I've got going on. I have some album reviews that I plan on getting out to you guys. I know that there was a few that I've been holding back on doing. All Systems No, Living Machines, Anxious Arms. I think I'm gonna do The Buried Heart. There's definitely 4 of those records that I can think of that I need to get around to doing. So those will be in a separate kind of maybe like long live video where I'll just kind of go through all of the records, or you can kind of give me an idea of what you guys are feeling or thinking. But yeah, it's been very interesting. Like I said, these next couple months are going to be very interesting for the channel as well. I'm excited to get more content out to you guys. It was nice taking that reprieve. I have some early albums that I'll be doing reviews on. So you can make sure to check those out when they come out. I'll spill the beans on one because I feel like, if the 3 people that are watching this, they're going to be maybe stoked. I don't know. But I will be doing and posting a review of Picturesque's new record on Friday, which is very, very awesome. I've had this one in the wings for a little bit, and I'm excited to get a review out to you hella early. I think it's like 2 weeks early. So I'm very stoked on that. Hopefully you guys will check it out. Hopefully you guys are interested in checking it out. And yeah, I have another one that I'm gonna keep on that DL because I don't want to get in trouble, so I will not talk about it. But I'm very excited for the Picturesque review. If you are a fan of Picturesque and you've been enjoying the singles so far, I feel like there's a very good chance you might like the new record. So that is pretty much what is going on. I hope all of you are doing safe. Wow, that was definitely wrong. I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe. I just combined 2 sentences basically, but I hope all of you are doing that. And like I said, this time of year has been very interesting, and it's been a very interesting season. So I'm hoping that all of you stay safe. You're washing your hands, you're making sure you're practicing good social distancing and stuff like that. I know a lot of people are talking about it, not just YouTubers, but people in general. And I feel like it's an important part of what we're doing here. And hopefully, once this is all over with, we'll all be able to go back to shows and, do the normal life thing. So, thank you guys for watching this little update video. If you have any questions, I know there's 3 of you in here, so if you got any questions you would like to ask me, I'll hang out for a little bit. Megan, thank you very much. Megan's a fantastic supporter of the channel, so I got to give her a shout. But yeah, if you guys have any questions you'd like to ask me, it doesn't matter if it's personal or not like super personal, but if you have some questions that you're curious to ask about, me, what I do, all that sort of stuff, I would be curious to see what you have. Also, I've been getting this question a lot. I don't know if I have the camera with me. No, my bag's somewhere else. Yes, I will definitely be interested. Megan, we will be talking for sure. And if you would like to come on to this, let me know. That would be very cool. But I know some people had some questions about the types of cameras that I use, the settings. I can't tell you the settings because I'm a novice slightly on the camera settings, but let me go grab my camera. I'll be right back. This is gonna leave these here. Can't knock my drink over. That's the most important thing, guys. Is the drink needs to stay. Shouts to AHA Seltzer Water. If you'd like to sponsor me, that'd be very cool. I would put my life on the line for you. So just take a little sippy. But yeah, so I had some people ask me about like what the type of camera gear I use to shoot for not only interviews but like also live sets and stuff like that. I do use the same camera, but I will tell you what I first used. So the first camera that I ever bought for the channel was this, which is a Sony RX 100 Mark II. You can get the Mark IV. It's pretty expensive now, but it's a pocket size point and shoot camera. This one shoots in 1080, I believe, and the new ones shoot in 4K. So if you are interested in shooting in 4K, I would probably get the Mark IV. There are some slight variations, but I would say in terms of the body style, it remains pretty much the same. I've always been a Sony stan, so I love Sony. And this was great. I still use it. I still have it in my bag as like a backup camera just in case. But I really don't use this one as much anymore. I still love it. I still love you. And it was great. I think I used this for the first 2 or 3 years of audio diction. I have had some really great interviews. I've shot some really great stuff on this camera in particular. So I still have a lot of sentimental value for it. It still shoots really great photos. It still shoots really great video, but the way that you would change kind of like the exposure, the aperture would be in this little wheel. There's like a little wheel here. But yeah, I really enjoyed this camera a lot. It does have an HDMI out, so if you wanted a screen, you could do that. The screen kind of comes out too as well, so if you had trouble seeing it, you can do that. But I really enjoyed this camera a lot. Like I said, it's kind of, I have a better camera now, so I really don't need this camera anymore. But definitely check out Sony, especially this one, the RX 100. The Mark II you can probably get for, it depends on how much you really want to spend, but I think if you get I got mine in a pack, and I think I spent like under $500 for it, which is really great. At least I think so. You probably can get it for cheaper now because, like they said, they have the Mark IV. They might have the Mark V now. I have no idea, but check this out. It's a really good kind of like budget camera. I would say it might be better than a DSLR, like a lower level DSLR. But I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say it's like particularly great. But if you want something, I do like this one a lot. I still shoot. I still had shot up, I think, up until maybe last year or maybe the year before that with this camera. I did a lot of interviews with this one. So if you check out like a couple years ago interviews, like in-person ones, I'm 99% sure I used this one. So still keep this on hand. Still love it. And yeah. The way that I record audio, most people are kind of surprised about it. It looks like a taser. I swear to God, it's not a taser. But this is the Tascam DR40. I know the screen is no bueno. I'll just do that. Well, never mind. I'll just do it like this. This is the Tascam DR40. You can record with these mics. You can actually XY split them too, which is really cool. I don't really use it for that. I mainly use it for this. They have 2 XLR ports, which I usually dub the audio over. So if you do see this, I would check this out. It's super cheap too. I think it's like right around $100 too. So I would definitely check into this if you're looking to record better audio that instead of audio from the camera. And then for the mics, I have just like regular old musician's gear mics. But then I put kind of a windscreen over it. So if I'm outside and it's super windy, it doesn't get caught in the microphone. So check this out. It does have phantom power. It runs on batteries. I think it's 3 AAA batteries. Let me just double check, just so I don't look like an idiot. Yes, it is 3 AAA batteries. And I still use this all the time. So love this bad boy. This is when I bought this and this at the same time. So check this out. Very cool. Tascam. Give you a kissy too. Love this thing, DR40. If you're looking to record better audio, I would get this. Or there's the Zoom. That one's also very good too. It's a little bit more expensive, but that one's also worth it too. And I know a lot of cameras have XLR jack stuff now. So you could also take a look into this, but I know that this one is the most cost effective and it still works like a gem. So I would definitely recommend this one. Um, in terms of the camera itself, I'll go into at the end. I want to just tell you I picked up a prime lens. This is a 50 millimeter, I believe. Yes, 50 millimeter, 1.8 prime lens from Sony. Nothing too crazy. I really enjoy this a lot. Usually when I'm farther away, I usually use this one. Great little lens, fits in my bag pretty conveniently. So I would definitely, if you are looking for more of if you have a mirrorless Sony camera, this is the way to go. I think I spent like $300 for this, I'm pretty sure. So it's not very inexpensive. Check this out. Definitely go give that a check out. Tripods are in the trunk of my car, but I'm almost positive I picked up. They have these like what is it? It's I bought it from Target. I don't remember what the name of it is, but it's like not the Manfrotto one. Those are pretty expensive. I would just buy, a reliable one. That one, the one that I have that's silver, it has like a grip on it, like a handle, which I really like. It also has a hook underneath just in case you have like wires and stuff. It's good so that the wires stay conveniently underneath of the tripod. And then it also has like movable feet, which is very cool. So I don't remember the name of it, but I also enjoy it. Like I said, I bought it at Target. And then the other one that I have, I actually got from my mom. Shout outs to mom. I don't know where she got it from, so I can't really tell you, but I know I know we've had that one for a while. It's just kind of like your run-of-the-mill sort of tripod. So I would just try to see what's out there, check out what's on sale, but usually I don't go too crazy. I'd love to get a Manfrotto one, but I know how expensive they are, so I kind of steer away from it. Getting back to the lenses, this is my most recent lens that I picked up. This is the Sigma. I believe it is a 24 millimeter. I was right. I can read. Great. 24 millimeter lens. The most recent video I shot with this one was the Silent Planet show in Philadelphia. So really enjoy that one. Really been enjoying the Sigma lens. I know a lot of people are about keeping it Sony prime lenses, but I love this lens a lot. It's a lot cheaper than the Sony 24 millimeter prime lens. I'm not going to name the price because I don't want this shit getting jacked at a show. So don't do that anyway. That is a bad looks on all parts. But love this lens a lot. It is very heavy. It feels tough. And the shots on this thing, I'll give you another kiss. I love the Sigma lens so much. It was well worth the purchase, and you should go. If you have any, things about Sigma, I would definitely go pick up a Sigma lens. If you have a Sony camera or if you have a Nikon or a Canon and you feel like the lenses are too much, try to look at Sigma. I really love that. I really have not had any issues. And the one issue I had was actually from the camera, not from the lens. So definitely enjoy it. I mean, I'm sure the Sony Prime lens is very awesome as well, but when you're budget conscious, the Sigma is the way to go. And then the piece de resistance, guys, I have the Sony A7S. I love this thing to death. I want to give a massive shout outs to my friend Nathan of Migrant. I don't know if you guys are going through a name change or something, but I'm also not trying to say anything if you are going through a name change. But I love this camera to death. But he gave me a steal of a deal on this, just the body itself. And I've used it for all of the live sets. I've been recently using it for a lot of the interview stuff just because it's more convenient. And I have the 24 millimeter lens now, so I can get the wider shots. So I would recommend that. I know a lot of people, you know, especially a lot of people that love Sony, they swear by that one, and I can definitely say that I'm not nearly as, I would say, talented as other people are with the camera, but I love that thing to death. So um I'm just a big Sony fan in general, but you should definitely check that out if you're interested. Like I said, Sony makes some really fantastic stuff, and that camera is no different. I know the Sony Alpha series is fantastic. If you can't get that one, I would check maybe kind of like the 6300, or I think there's a 6800. I'm not really familiar with those because I kind of just jumped the shark and went to the bigger ones, or the A7 series, I mean. But Sony has some really fantastic cameras. I know Canon has some, like the 70D, the 80D, and then Nikon I'm probably the least familiar with, but I know that they have some really great stuff. A lot of people like Nikon too. But yeah, I'm very excited. Those are kind of the things I know. Like I said, somebody had asked me about what I use to shoot like interviews, what I use to shoot live sets. So I figured I'd kind of add that to this collective video that I'm making now. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I have my own PC that I built. So a lot of you probably will not have the same kind of setup, but for editing software, I use the Adobe suites, like Photoshop, Lightroom, After Effects, Premiere. But I kind of drifted away from Premiere as of recently, or not as of recently. I've drifted away from Premiere probably within the maybe past 6 months or more. And I've been using the DaVinci Resolve editing software. Is fantastic. It's free. You can buy the purchase version. I think it's like $300, which is also worth it. But this, I love the DaVinci. Shouts to DaVinci. I love their editing software. I think it's a lot better than Premiere. But I think Premiere definitely has its goods and bads as well, but I use them. I think it's fantastic. If you are looking into doing more video editing stuff, I take a look at both Premiere and DaVinci. If you're really kind of on a money crunch, DaVinci's free, so I go give that a look if you're interested in that. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I have. Oh, to record audio, I have on my computer, I have a Focusrite 2i2 that has phantom power. I love this thing. I've had this because before this I was doing music, or I wanted to do music, and so I bought that for that reason, and now I started the YouTube channel, so it's great. Prior to that, I used a pod I forget, XT2, I believe. Shout outs to my friend Nick, and also fam of the channel. I gave it to him to keep, so he has that. And then as for microphones, I'm using a Sterling Audio. I think it's ST58. I love this microphone. I did drop it, so it was a little bent at the top, which I don't know if anybody has seen it yet, because I try to keep it out of frame, but I really enjoy that. Webcam, I use a Logitech. I forget what the name of it is. I think it's the C920, I'm pretty sure. It shoots in 1080p. I would highly recommend that if you're doing more like webcam stuff. And I think that's it in terms of that. I have a external hard drive. I think it's just a Seagate, or no, it's a WD. It's a WD hard drive. I think it's like 4 or 5 terabytes, and I'm actually running out very soon, so I'll have to get a new one. But yeah, those are all the things that I kind of use to do the live the vids and stuff that I do here at my new place. And yeah, I think the only other question that I had prior to this that I can remember, people had been asking what the song is at any of the intro videos. I just want to kind of let you guys know that they're all original songs. They're all songs that I created specifically for this channel. They're ones that I literally sit down and I'll come up with like a thing. I'll edit kind of like an intro video, and then I'll post it. I'll make it up and it will be posted at the front of every video. So for those who are curious, it's just normally, written stuff that I've written since the start of the channel, as well as more currently to kind of fit the needs of what's going on. So that is pretty much it. That's all that I've got rocking at the current moment. But I really appreciate everybody for stopping by. I thought this was gonna be about half the time that I wind up streaming for. So, for the two people who were watching this entire time, I know one of them is Megan. Shouts to Megan. It's been really cool talking with you guys. I really had a blast. If you like seeing more of this live video stuff, let me know. I will try to be able to do those more in the future. I kind of like doing them. They're a little bit easier on me, and I'm able to kind of put out some different content for you guys to check out. So thank you guys for watching. Again, I hope all of you are staying safe. Please wash your hands. Make sure you're good practicing good social distancing, so we can all get back to going to concerts sooner rather than later. And yeah, I hope everybody is excited for the new content. It's been something I've been really stoked on, really excited about talking to you guys about. And like I said, I've been having this in the works for a little bit now. So to finally have it come out and be, self-realized and stuff like that has been a real pleasure, a real blessing. And I can't wait for you all to see it when they go live. So thank you guys for watching this little stream. I appreciate your time. If you guys are watching the video, the VOD later, thank you for watching that too. And yeah, more content to come. Be on the lookout for new reviews, new interviews. I have some spicy ones coming out. I think on Friday I have the Buried Heart #2. Go check out Jack's newest record. It's awesome. And I'm very excited to get a review out for that one as well. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Brandon. We hope you got your fix. If you enjoyed this type of content, make sure you subscribe, hit that like, share it. It goes a long way. And if you want, follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Audio Addiction Media, and on Twitter at Audio Addiction _. I'm going to be trying to post a lot more on social media since I've been home and I've been practicing good social distancing. So please check those out. I usually post some funny, cool stuff, or I post about the next interviews. Or album review. So check those out. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be signing off. I hope all of you have a good rest of the night, and we'll be talking soon. Peace.